Pay close attention to this guy here. His name is Serdar Gurbanguly Uek Berdi Muhammadov. No, it's not an easy name to spell or say. Since 2022, this man has been the dictator of a country you probably couldn't even point to on a map. Right here, Turkmenistan. It has a population of 6 million, is located in Central Asia, and is a former Soviet republic. If you open Google Maps, you'll see plenty of neighboring countries with the same suffix. Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. The stan comes from Persian, meaning land. Turkmenistan in this case is the land of the Turkmen. The capital of Turkmenistan is Ashgabat. From a distance it looks like a cross between Las Vegas and Pyongyang. Up close it looks like the set of a dystopian sci-fi story. The city, often eerily empty, holds the Guinness World Record for the highest concentration of white marble-clad buildings. By 2013, the last year with official records, there were 543 buildings spread across 4.5 million square meters. One catch: nobody actually lives in them. Remember this guy, the dictator? Well, this is his father. He's also known as Arkadag, the Protector. He was Turkmenistan's president for 15 years, grooming his son to take over. During those 15 years, the country's obsession with the color white began. Gurbanguly claims it brings good luck. Since 2018, by official decree, practically only white cars are allowed in Ashgabat. Black cars, they get fined. Yeah, Turkmenistan's history is bizarre. When the Soviet Union collapsed, this man, Saparmiryat Niyazov, the Communist Party secretary of Turkmenistan at the time, declared himself the country's lifelong president after winning an election where he was the sole candidate. From day one, his government stacked up odd achievements. For starters, Niyazov renamed the days of the week and the months of the year to honor, among other things, himself and his mother. He made more decrees. He changed the alphabet, banned dogs in Ashgabat, claiming he disliked their smell, renamed the word bread to Gurban Sultan after his mother, banned makeup, internet cafes, circuses, operas, and video games, outlawed smoking in public to encourage himself to quit after undergoing heart surgery, forbade young men from growing beards or long hair, wrote an autobiography and made it part of the school curriculum and the driver's license test, while erecting a giant statue of the book's cover, composed a new national anthem which praised his greatness, shut down all hospitals outside the capital, forcing everyone to seek medical treatment in Ashgabat, and closed all libraries outside the capital, arguing that rural residents were too ignorant to read. The state's tendency to prioritize Ashgabat isn't unusual. Dictatorships have this nasty habit of focusing wealth on the capital and its residents. It's not hard to see why. Uprisings hundreds of miles away are far less threatening to a dictator's rule than protests right outside their official palace. It's in Ashgabat that you'll find this flag, the Turkmenistan state flag. When it was raised in 2008, it held the world record for the tallest flagpole, standing an incredible 436 feet tall. For decades, Niyazov ran Turkmenistan like his own private kingdom, but after his sudden death from a heart attack in 2006, the cult of personality shifted to the new dictator, Gurbanguly. Turkmenistan is a peculiar country. Most of its land is desert. In the northern part of the country lies the Darvaza gas crater, also known as the Gates of Hell. In 1971, Soviet geologists drilling for oil accidentally tapped into a natural gas reserve, causing the ground to collapse. To prevent methane from escaping into the atmosphere, the Soviets set the crater on fire, assuming it would burn out in a few weeks. The problem? The fire has been raging for more than 50 years, and no one knows if it'll go out tomorrow morning or in 1,000 more years. If you look closely, there's a carpet on Turkmenistan's flag. That's no coincidence. Turkmens are absolutely obsessed with carpets. In fact, the country has a ministry of carpets, a carpet day, and even a carpet museum. Carpets are an ancient national symbol and a deep source of pride. Another symbol? Horses. There's a horse day and even a horse on the national emblem. Gurbanguly, the former dictator, writes books about horses and owns over 600 Akalteki horses, a breed native to Turkmenistan. The world's largest horse head sculpture is also in Turkmenistan. This love for horses also made Gurbanguly a horseback riding enthusiast. In 2013, on Horse Day, he fell during a horse race and had to be taken away by ambulance. Feeling humiliated, he banned the video from being shown in the country. Despite the fall, he was declared the winner of the race. To top it off, Gurbanguly holds the title of Master Jockey of Turkmenistan. In 2015, he ordered the construction of a 69-foot tall gold statue of himself riding a horse, placed on top of, you guessed it, a white marble cliff. He also carries the title of National Horse Breeder of Turkmenistan. Originally a dentist, he served as the Minister of Health under Niazow's regime before becoming president. He even authored a series of books titled Herbal Remedies of Turkmenistan. When COVID-19 hit in 2020, Gurbanguly recommended that the population inhale smoke from harmala plants as a cure. He then banned the word coronavirus from being used in the country and ended the year by claiming there were 0 cases in Turkmenistan. Gurbanguly isn't just into horses and medicine, he's also a big fan of music. In this video, you can see him enthusiastically DJing at a New Year's party. Here, he's performing a rap song about horses, of course. This song, written and performed by Gurbanguly himself on vocals and synthesizer, made it into the Guinness World Records in 2015 for gathering the largest number of people singing in a circle. Exactly 4,166 people took part in the recording. It's cringe, to say the least. But he doesn't stop at singing. Gurbanguly also has a flair for motorsports, where naturally he wins every race he participates in. And let's not forget cycling. He dominates bike races in Turkmenistan with the same success he claims in every other field of human activity. In 2013, on his birthday, the then president made international headlines by hiring Jennifer Lopez to sing Happy Birthday at a bizarre, audience-free show in the capital.
Everybody over here, let's get right here, let's get.
A few days later, Lopez apologized after facing backlash from human rights organizations. She reportedly earned over $1 million for her performance. Until 2012, Turkmenistan had only one official political party, the Democratic Party of Turkmenistan, a rebrand of the Communist Party. To deflect criticism of being a one-party state, the government created 2 fake opposition parties, the Agrarian Party of Turkmenistan and the Party of Industrialists and Entrepreneurs. Both exist solely to support the regime. Turkmenistan's democracy is such a sham that in March 2022, Gurbanguly stepped aside to let his 40-year-old son, Serdar, take over, potentially marking the start of an absolute monarchy. Yet another one in Asia. Serdar, who studied international relations at the Russian Diplomatic Academy, is known in Turkmenistan as the son of the nation. He also holds the title of president of the International Akalteki Horse Breeding Association. In the Economist Intelligence Unit's Democracy Index, Turkmenistan ranks as the 6th most authoritarian nation in the world. The country's president appoints all judges, including the head of the Supreme Court. The few opposition figures brave enough to criticize the government are either imprisoned or assassinated. Torture is commonplace. Human rights? They don't exist. Although there's no official law banning women from getting driver's licenses, in practice, they're not allowed to drive. Homosexuality is criminalized, punishable by 2 to 5 years in prison. Men suspected of engaging in same-sex relationships may be subjected to forced anal exams to prove their innocence. While most Turkmens identify as Muslim, religious freedom is severely restricted. Citizens who openly discuss religious matters risk persecution, with authorities often interrogating them and confiscating their phones for signs of excessive religiosity. Germany's Transparency International ranks Turkmenistan as one of the 10 most corrupt nations in the world. France's Reporters Without Borders places it among the bottom 6 in the World Press Freedom Index. In Turkmenistan, the state owns all media outlets. The president personally approves the front page content of major newspapers, which almost always feature his photo. TV news programs, aside from the weather forecast, are entirely dedicated to glorifying the government. Foreign media is blocked. Yes, there's internet, but it's excruciatingly slow and heavily censored. The state-run Turkmen Telecom is the sole provider, with the cheapest internet package costing about 10% of the average monthly salary. And it's painfully slow. Turkmenistan is, without a doubt, the most bizarre country in the world. But don't let the absurdity fool you. Beneath the humor lies a grim reality: a vast population living in poverty, deprived of human rights, isolated from the world, unable to voice dissent, and with no hope for change in the foreseeable future. To make matters worse, these people are thousands of miles away from any democratic nation, with no international support, left entirely to their own fate. It's like a dystopian tale, a mix of George Orwell and Sacha Baron Cohen. Welcome to the lost kingdom of Gurbangulistan. George.
Сто дней пути был караван, а впереди опять бархан. Еще бархан, куда ни глянь, везде песок. Дул ветер злой, что было сил, палящий зной с ума сводил. И каждый жил мечтой одной, воды глоток. И тьма была, и ветер дул, и был он сух, как царь Саул. И лишь во сне, звеня как смех, текла вода. Куда сбежать, куда свернуть, палящий жар, извечный путь. Так вечно шло, так быть должно.